All right, so the data that I chose to look at has to do with the age of mothers when they give birth to babies. And this is important because it impacts how many children that women have, the health of the mother, and also the baby, and just gives us a deeper look into our population and why it is the way that it is. I'm going to switch over to the data. So we can see here that there are multiple age groups. We have the youngest being 15 to 19 years old, and then the oldest being 40 to 44 years old, and then various age gaps in between that. And we can see overall in this data that women are having babies at older ages. So if we look at the 35 to 39, that has increased, as well as the 30 to 34, not as much, but it has. And then the one that has increased the most is the 40 to 44 years old. So we can see that these women are having more births later on in life. And then especially with the 15 to 19-year-olds, that has dropped significantly. There are way less teen births today than there were 30 years ago, as well as just looking at the 20 to 24-year-olds, that has also dropped. So overall, women are giving birth to babies at older ages. And this is important because as women give birth at older ages, they are going to have fewer births because they have less years to give birth to children, and priorities shift as well. And then also, as I mentioned, it can impact the health of the baby as well as the mother because there are more health risks at play for those who give birth at older ages. And what would be interesting to look at in connection with the ages of mothers would be the relationship between their age as well as maybe their race. So if there's races that have births younger or older, kind of see the relationship between that, as well as the health of the baby. So maybe looking at the relationship between the age of the mother and preterm births or infant mortality or different things like that, just to give us a broader perspective of how this data correlates with other factors that go into the birth of babies. So yeah, that is this data, and that's why it's important.